Have you heard this story about planes using 90% of their fuel for takeoff and climb? Maybe you've heard this at some corporate event or workshop. Well, I've heard this a few times in my life, and apparently it's not true, or at least according to Google. Apparently it's only 25 to 30% of the plane's fuel, which intuitively makes more sense to me. Apologize if I don't have the specifics. I hope I'm not offending plane enthusiasts or pilots or aerospace engineers, people who would actually know the actual specifics. What does any of this have to do with astrology? I feel like that's going to be the vibe of this upcoming Cancer new moon. It's July 14th, 2026. And it's going to be exact at, oh my goodness, I thought I wrote this down. 5:43 a.m. Eastern Time. July 14th, 2026, new moon in Cancer. And because of some of the aspects, I feel like it's going to have that feeling of making a big push to get something out the door or to finally get something off the ground for you. We have Jupiter and Leo trining Chiron in Taurus. Um, I feel like that's going to give us that faith and on ourselves, the fired up faith in ourselves that Jupiter and Leo brings. We're going to have support from Chiron and Taurus, helping us move from some of our healed wounds. We have Mercury squaring Saturn. So I feel like that tense aspect with Saturn can actually help us find the form for our ideas, give us a foundation, find the words finally. Since we're also going to be on the second half of the Mercury retrograde, I'm recording this today on the day of the Mercury Cazimi when Mercury is in the heart of the sun, and you have clarity, breakthroughs, and communications, ideas, that kind of thing. For this Cancer new moon, we also have Venus squaring both Mars and Uranus, and I think that's interesting. Just because Venus is the divine feminine, represents our values, our relationship with love and money. Ultimately, I feel like Venus is about our ability to be resourced, well resourced, either physically, materially, or emotionally, spiritually, or all of the above. And so, where are you lacking? Um, I think this new moon is going to encourage us to have a breaking free moment from the unexpected in those areas of love, values, money. Um, so I also feel like this new moon is going to ask you where are you lacking the faith or the courage to plant a new intention or to create a new foundation. Because we have a lot of great astrology happening, giving us the support to really take our lives in a new direction. If that's what you're craving, if that's what you're feeling, if you're feeling really dissatisfied with areas of your life in the last few months and it feels like it's coming to a head, I think this new moon is going to intensify this feeling because the cosmic energy is encouraging you to break out, to break free, to stop worrying about other people's judgments or ideas, to let go of that fear of disappointing others. You know, this is an opportunity, this astrology of the summer, especially eclipse season in August, is about giving yourself permission to really soar, to fly like that plane or like a bird, like an eagle. Give yourself permission to really break free of what's holding you back. Give yourself permission to really move from your passion, especially now that we have Jupiter and Leo. Um, this could be a new moon. In some respects, it may feel like a full moon because I think the energy emotionally is going to be pretty intense, but that intensity is helping you to focus on where you need to go. Like, where do you need to follow your soul's call? If you can use that emotional intensity as like a laser focused, like item or like a lightsaber, like I guess in the Star Wars movies, even though I'm not a big Star Wars fan, I'm more of a Trekkie. But that idea that, you know, you have this sword lighting the way forward for you. That's what our heart is. And, you know, Cancer is about the emotions and feeling the heart, that sacred heart, that emotional heart. And it's a beacon. It's guiding you to where you want to go. So are you giving yourself permission to fly? And that's basically what I wanted to say. And just because I am doing the Starring Mercury retrograde, this is my third time recording this. Well, the first time was a video, but the video I kept referring to it as the Leo new moon. I don't know why, or maybe it's because the moon moved into Leo later that day. And I couldn't figure out if I was going to take the time to just find a way to throw the word Cancer on top whenever I said Leo, but I don't have those technical editing skills, and I don't really have the time to do that today because I really need to finish preparing for an astrology reading of a client. So I'm about halfway through that, and I thought if I spend the time learning how to edit this one small mistake, that's going to really cut into me preparing for this chart reading the way I want to. And my original idea was just to go ahead and do an audio for it anyway. So it just goes to show you just always follow your intuition. But because I did an interview with a friend who that's going to be up in a couple of days, one of my joy talks, one of the new things I've added to the channel here, and I was looking really cute. I really liked my hair, and I thought, oh, let's just go ahead and record this new moon video. But I kept saying it was the Leo new moon. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to put it like that. And I just don't want to have like a little note in the description because most people don't want to read the comments. And like, it just felt really ridiculously unprofessional to put that up. And then when I sat down to do this audio recording, I had my headsets on and I thought I had the Bluetooth turned on, but I didn't. And so halfway through, you get this voice saying, oh, power off. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I didn't connect my Bluetooth headsets. But the quality is much better when I do it through the Bluetooth headsets. So this is my third and final time. So just thought I'd share a little classic Mercury retrograde moment there for you all. Let me know how your Mercury retrograde is going. Feel free to put in the comments below what new intentions or new ideas you're working on, you're focusing on. Hope life is treating you well. Hopefully you are taking good care of yourself no matter what is unfolding, no matter how life is lifing. And just ride the wave. And I kept doing this. I decided to do this for the third time. And I thought, well, maybe this is what this new moon is going to be like. Maybe we'll have false starts that feel like roadblocks, but we're meant to keep going anyway. And it's a test of our fortitude, our beliefs in ourselves. And so I thought I was going to take my own advice and I'm just going to give it a go. And looks like third time is the charm, knock on wood. Sending you so much love. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you are returning. If you do get value from the videos, please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please do share them as well. My upcoming Joy Talk will be out in a couple of days, so do look for that as well. Oh, and I'm also going to be doing a Embodying More Joy gathering. That's going to be towards the end of the month, July 24th, so keep an eye out for that. That's been one of my other Mercury retrograde things, like the link I have for it has not been working, and I've been figuring it out, and I will figure it out or figure out another way to do it. But sometime this week, you will definitely get a link to that. You can also just always shoot me an email if you want to find out more. You can also check out my Substack, which is also called Alive with Joy, and there's a post on it there as well. But that's what I got going on so far. Sending you so much love, and always remember to honor the light within you.